Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Umar Raza and I'm associated with HR profession. Employee referrals is a very important concept, and in hiring, most of the companies, especially in the larger corporates in the Western countries and developed economies, and the systems that have more developed HR systems, they are basically using employee referrals as a very important tool to bring in new and productive candidates into the organization. Now, what are the benefits of employee referral? Let me, in this presentation, there are 5 benefits that I will be sharing with you, and I've extracted these benefits from one of the LinkedIn reports, and I'll be sharing all of those 5s here with you. Employee referral, by the way, what is employee referral? Employee referral is those employees who are already working into the organization. If there is a position that opens up into the organization, if either it is a new position or an already existing position and went vacant, the existing employees are asked to refer some potential candidates who could be interviewed and eventually hired for that position. So this is what technically employee referral is in the organizations. Now, what are the benefits of employee referral into the organization, and how the organizations can get advantage from all this concept? One is it helps you hire faster. Traditionally, whatever the study says that it takes about 55 days to fill a position with a traditional method, like someone when a position went vacant and it is advertised, and then the interviews are done, and then of course the onboarding process of the individual who being selected for the position, he or she will take his notice period to come to the organization. Traditionally, it takes on average about 55 days, but when it is an employee referral process, it will take about 29 to 30 days to bring in selected candidate into the organization. The second benefit from this employee referral is that, and this is a very kind of an advantageous benefit for the organization. It will lower your cost per hire. Just for example, if you have to give an advertisement into the newspaper, or spend some time onto the social media, and make the ad, and then float it into the social medias, into LinkedIn, into Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever you wish to do it. It all takes time, and of course there is some associated cost also in this. And then if you hire an outside agency, you will have to pay that outside agency some amount. Typically in the world, the agencies take about 13 to 18% of the gross annual salary of any of the gross salary that the annual gross salary that the new employee gets. In Pakistan, and it is usually one gross salary. Even that, it is a big cost that a company bears on hiring a new person through a recruitment agency. For example, if a candidate is getting about 500,000 for that, as a package, or let's say 200,000 a package, the similar would be the fee of the recruitment agency, one-time fee, of course. Even if this is the case, the referrals you can set a good amount of giving your own employees this benefit. If someone within the employee of the organization refers a person, and that person gets selected, that individual employee can get some percentage of the salary that you have settled as a referral benefit. Even if, let me say, even if it is the same as you give to the recruitment agency, even then it is less expensive. Why? Because the employee who is already there, he or she is already contributing into the organization. he or she will have more engagement with the organization, and it is better to benefit someone within the organization, within your near ones, than someone whom you don't know, and some who is doing it for business, some outside recruitment agency. So it is again a benefit for your own employees. You should give your own employees more benefit out of that. Now, the third one is it will deliver high quality candidates. Why it happens that the referrals, that employee referrals is giving high quality candidates? The reason one is that the referring employee will want to protect his or her own reputation. It is very important that someone who is already working into the organization, he or she may not refer someone who is not a good performer, who is not a good employee. Although in different cases, it may happen that a person out of is his or her love to that individual, or he or she is a very good friend of him, refer them. But then, of course, it is the organizational criteria which judges. It is the interviewing panel which judges that this person should not be referred into the organization or should not be hired into the organization. The individual who is referring will make sure that the person who he or she is referring is a good employee, is a good candidate, is a potential candidate, because he or she needs to protect his or her own reputation as well. In fact, a study found that A players or high performance were more likely to refer other A players. Employee referrals also include those hard to find passive job seekers, also, as we have said in some other training program. 90% of the LinkedIn members say they are at least somewhat interested in new opportunities, while some are actively looking. Many are simply open to learning about new roles. All these are passive candidates. They are passive in a way that they do not know how to find new jobs, or they don't want anyone else to know that they are looking for a job. But yes, deep in their heart, they are looking for a job, or they are looking for an opportunity, that if they get any opportunity, they will move forward. The employee referrals, they already within the employee referral opportunity, provide this opportunity also, that those who are passive candidates can be found and hired into the organization. Then the fourth one is that increases the employee retention. Employee referrals programs help you save money you might have spent on advertisement, agency fees, or recruitment commissions. In fact, employee referrals produce the high ROI of any sourcing method. The research says that 46% of the referred hires stayed for at least 1 year after they were hired, as compared to 33% of the people hired through career sites, and 22% hired through job boards. 2 years later, 45% of the referred hires were still there. So all those people who were referred from someone within the organization has more probability to stay with the organization and work for a longer period within the organization. Another study says that 33% of the career sites hires stay at least 1 year. 46% of referred hires stay at least for 1 year. So it is 13% more in terms of the referred hires. It makes all the sense also. But let's move on to the next step. The final one is that protect employee referrals, protect corporate culture, and build your brand also. Employee who enjoy their job will want to protect the corporate culture by only referring candidates they believe to be a good fit. Most tend to refer people who are similar in work style and ethic to the employee. So it is a very important benefit. Someone who is within the organization, he or she will refer someone whom he or she knows. Maybe a friend, maybe a ex-colleague, maybe a neighbor, maybe a large family friend, maybe someone who is from the extended family. And when they hire and when they refer them, when they think that this is the person whom I like to be with, and that's why he would be referring that person. So once an individual who is into the organization, he is taking care of the values or the ethics or the work culture of the organization, and he or she will bring the similar kind of person within the organization. So it will help you to protect and enhance the employer brand, the culture, and the environment of the organization. Now, coming back to to very important. These are the five things that are very important benefits of using the employee referral as a tool for employee hiring. Now, employee referral is something which is which creates a bonding within the organization also of the people, though there is a big disadvantage also, and I must refer that big disadvantage here, so that you could customize your employee referral program in a very good manner. The disadvantage is that if there are people who are referred by someone within the organization and they are in the similar department, if something bad happens with one person, it may affect the other person also. If someone who is leaving the organization, the other person may also leave the organization. So employee referrals, on the one hand, it is very advantageous. I have shown you through a LinkedIn report that there are 5 very good benefits of the employee referral program, but on the other hand, there are disadvantages also, and one big disadvantage is that if someone leaves the organization, his or her referred employee may also leave the organization. So in the sense that once you have to fill one position, now you have to fill at least 2 positions if the other person is also leaving the organization. So this is a small presentation of employee referrals. I hope you have learned out of this presentation, and if you have any comments or want to share any story about this, or if you have any question, you can write me in my email address. Thank you very much. Khuda Hafiz.